every year there's a keynote. There is a new device launch. There's, the stuff that we go insanely bananas for as tech enthusiasts. But that trend desperately needs to change. And I'm going to explain that. So if y'all could do me a solid, hit the like button to help get this video circulated so more people can hear what I got to say on the subject, I would truly appreciate it. It would do a whole lot. But this video was inspired by C. Scott Brown as he dropped a video, I think like a day or so ago, and just literally was just talking about like how the Pixel 10a was a lackluster launch, how the Galaxy S26 is a lackluster launch, how the iPhone 17e was a lackluster launch. Whew. Man, there's a lot to say there when it comes to that. But he's not far off and wrong. And it's not a negative slap to these companies' faces, right? Google, Apple, Samsung, right? The Triforce in the United States, right? And yes, I agree. We do need some outside, stuff coming in. Like I would love to see Nothing Tech make its way into the US already. That Nothing Phone 4a Pro, very interesting, very interesting. But if you may have noticed on my channel, I kind of revert to going back to older devices and not just telling you guys about how a Pixel 7 or how a Pixel 6 is pretty good in 2026, but actually putting my SIM in it and using it on a day-to-day. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with using older devices because the truth is that these devices are very capable in 2026. They really are. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass to tell you guys, for whatever reason that people might think. Like I have a Pixel 10 and it's a very, very good phone. This is a good phone. I like using it. But, right now I want to show people that, you can use a Pixel 7 and be just fine if you're a Pixel fanatic. You can use a Galaxy S22. I would say Galaxy S22 Plus for the better battery life because battery life on the Galaxy S22 is not the greatest. But you know what? I can make it work. And so it's still a pretty good phone. I think the thing here is, everyone's talking about Ramageddon, the RAM issue, the shortage of RAM and everything like that. I'm not going to dive too deep into that. But what I'm going to say is that you don't have to be caught on the hamster wheel. I beg people to just sit and think about it, right? Forget what I'm saying right now. Forget what anyone else has said. Just sit on your own and think about it. Does the smartphone that you have do about at least 85% of what you would normally want to use out of a smartphone? And if you can answer yes with that, then what are you really upgrading for? Honestly, what are you upgrading for? You see, we've been conditioned to see the newest device come out. Of course, who's going to want to go up on stage and be like, our latest product is this, and it's got 3 cameras. Wow. Like, who's going to do that? Of course, there's going to be some hypage. Of course, you're going to get that really bubbly person coming on stage talking about it. The cameras can do this and AI can do this and it's got this much RAM and this much storage. And man, you can see an astronaut moonwalking on the moon with these camera sensors because they're like 1,000, megapixels with like, 50 million times zoom. Like, okay, I'm overly exaggerating there, but I'm just saying like they're going to hype stuff up. And that is the whole point, is because people who are ready to upgrade need to upgrade. They want you to come their way, right? You could have a Pixel and Samsung's going to want you to be like, okay, my Pixel's broken, but instead of getting a new Pixel, why don't I just go to a Samsung? So yes, they're going to hype this stuff up to get you to go to them, to buy their product because that's what they want. But at the end of the day, really, most phones today are very capable. And those people who would argue the point and be like, no, you should be upgrading every year if you want the latest and greatest. Well, that's like the biggest hypocrisy I've ever heard from, the same tech enthusiast space who were like complaining about, 3 years of software support. You should give 5 years software support. Apple does, long software support for their devices. You guys need to keep up with them. And so now that Google's got 7 years of OS support, and pretty much Samsung's doing the same thing. And you got Apple that supported their devices for such a long time. So then what was the point if you're going to upgrade every year? If you're going to upgrade every year, then you don't need to expect your current device to get 1 or 2 software updates because you're just going to trade it in and get a newer phone or buy the newer phone, whatever the case may be. And people will be like, well, I want it to be supported because I'm going to hand it down to a family member. Okay. So then that means that your family member is not good enough to upgrade to a newer phone. You see what I'm saying? It's so weird how the tech space is. I've been doing this for such a long time. I've been on YouTube for such a long time. I've been making videos for a long time. And while this is counterproductive to what I normally do on the channel, this is just straight facts and straight truth. Simple. You don't need to upgrade every year. I use a Pixel 7. I use a Galaxy S22. Just the other day, I was using the Pixel 6. I was using the Galaxy S21 and the OnePlus 9. And still had a great experience. I don't feel like that it's lacking anything. I don't know what it is with the tech space today. They just love to contradict themselves. They say one thing, then they say another. And it's like, here's the cold reality from somebody who's not, on here to like, I don't know, whatever the case reasons may be. I'm just not going to throw that out there. But to a person who just wants to talk straight with you guys, let me just tell you guys like this. A 4-year-old Android device, still good. A 4-year-old iPhone, still good. 3 years, 2 years, still good. So quit biting and thinking that you must upgrade every year. You don't need to. That money that you would have used could go to something better. You know what I mean? And today, today I see people who would rather go and get themselves the iPhone 17 Pro Max instead of doing something nice for their own kid. I'm just saying, it is out there. So yeah, let's be smart about this. So this whole RAM shortage and all these things that's going on, and people are talking about, well, Chinese manufacturers don't have a problem doing this. There's a reason why, that Chinese devices are not really sold in the US. Whether you agree with them or disagree with them, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm just here to fly straight with you guys. You don't need to upgrade. Your phone will be just fine. Unless you broke your phone, unless your phone's extremely damaged, that would be a reason why I would say go ahead and upgrade. But even then, if you have like a 4-year-old device, upgrading to like a 3-year-old device is not going to kill you. It's not. So, I mean, that's just my thoughts on all of it. You guys let me know. What do you guys think about this whole RAM shortage and all this other stuff? And then, of course, the annual upgrades and how the upgrades are lackluster. Like, I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. If you buy an S26, great for you. You buy a 10A, great for you. You buy an iPhone 17e, great for you. You're not forbidden from buying it. I'm just saying, be smarter with your money.